I did give a full account to the authorities at the time, but I can remember most of it. Yeah, it's not really something that that leaves you. We had some subsidised tickets to a concert through the school that they organised to pay a proportion. We paid a proportion, and we got to go and see this band. So there was a driver and then 7 of us on this minibus. It's been winter time, it was raining. Not teaming it down, not hammering it down to cause a problem, but definitely constantly raining, as it does in winter. We don't get any snow here, do we? Constantly raining. And we were driving along, singing, laughing, having fun, playing games, as friends do. We were all tight friends, 7 of us. We were only going for a laugh. We didn't really know the band. We just wanted to spend a bit of time together away from our houses and families and school. So it was a great opportunity for us just to have a bit of a crack, a bit of fun, really. I was sat 1 seat away from the back, perfect view down the aisle, and I could see the driver. And everyone else, obviously, we were all just mingling in together and having fun, but we all had our seatbelts on. We were all well behaved. Drilled into us by the teachers that if we went on the school trip, you had to have a seatbelt on. Luckily so. Must have been driving for about 30 minutes, maybe 40. I wasn't really paying attention. We felt this big wham, and then a wham. You had no idea what it felt like. You'd ran over something massive, and the front wheels and the back wheels, it was just painful, and everything stopped. And by the time I checked that nothing was dislocated and I wasn't bleeding and I was alive, make sure that I'm all in one piece, I looked down the aisle to see what had happened and asked the driver, what the fuck was that? But he was, he'd been crushed. He wasn't moving, wasn't responding. Before I knew it, water was pouring into the bus from the front. The guy behind me had already unclipped his seatbelt and was already trying to smash his way out of the back window. I was frozen. Everything was slow motion. I didn't know what to do. I'll never, ever, ever forget the sound of 7 school kids thinking they're going to drown. It's harrowing and frightening, and you will never, ever be able to get that out of your head. I unfroze and I scrambled out and got to the back of, standing on some seats so I could get a good access to the back, and I was panic and frustration and anxiety, everything kicked in. The adrenaline went through the roof, and we were hammering on this door trying to get this window open. God, it was just so desperate. And the other kids are climbing to the back, trying to get away from the water, like zombies from a horror film, clawing at the seats around you, trying to get access. And the bus was maybe half full of water by this point. And Timmy next to me managed to get the window smashed, open, whatever happened, but it was an exit way out, and he got out and jumped into the water. I got out, and everybody else. I never thought I'd be so happy to see 7 wet dog of a child coming out of a reservoir, and to see flashing blue lights from the police. When you're a teenager, flashing blue lights is a very, very bad thing. But on this occasion, there was no better feeling. And seeing all my friends, the police and the rescue teams, it was euphoria. It was obviously, looking back, it's horrendous. What could have happened? What happened to the poor driver? I mean, he would be in his 40s. What sort of life he could have had? What could have been different for us and our families if we hadn't have survived?